So, here's the thing. I've sunk almost 600 hours into Dune Awakening, and I genuinely loved the game for a long time. The atmosphere, the massive scale of the world, the way it all came together, it really hooked me. But right now, I'm feeling pretty annoyed and a bit burnt out. The recent changes have left me wondering if the devs themselves know what they're aiming for. It seems like Funcom isn't totally sure what direction they want to take the game anymore. So, I've been looking for something fresh while still staying in the same survival genre I enjoy. With the enhanced version recently released, I decided to go back to Dune's older, meaner brother, Conan Exiles. I actually tried Conan Exiles a few years back, but I never made it out of the starting zone. For whatever reason, it just didn't click with me at the time. This time around though, the improved graphics and all the quality of life updates in the enhanced version gave me that itch again. I thought, you know what? Let me give this another proper go. And I'm really glad I did. Because at first glance, the two games actually feel very similar. If you've put any decent time into Dune Awakening, you will immediately get along with Conan and know your way around. The movement, the general controls, the overall flow, it all feels very similar. It all feels familiar right away. You can tell that a lot of the mechanics Funcom first tried out on Conan were later polished and refined for Dune. That sense of, I already know how to do this, is actually pretty comforting when you're switching games. The look and feel of both titles is remarkably close too. The third-person perspective, the way you interact with the world, the general survival loop, they share a very similar DNA. Base building, for example, works in much the same spirit. You gather resources out in the world, you place foundations, walls, ceilings, and gradually shape your own home in a dangerous environment. The building system is very familiar if you're coming from Dune. Movement and piece placement carry over nicely, so you won't have to relearn the basics. It's still that satisfying process of starting with almost nothing and slowly turning a small shelter into something much bigger and more impressive. Crafting is also done the same basic way. You use dedicated crafting tables and stations just like in Dune. You level up, earn points, and spend them in a research tree to unlock new recipes. That whole progression loop transfers over really well. If you're used to standing at a fabricator or a weapon bench in Dune, you'll feel right at home doing the same in Conan. But once you look a little deeper and put some hours in, you realize they're actually quite different experiences. Conan Exiles is much more focused on pure survival gameplay, while Dune Awakening has way more aspects of a MMORPG. In Conan, there are no skills, no traditional quests, and almost no NPC hubs, just a few traders scattered around the world. It feels rawer, it's more of a sandbox that you have to figure out for yourself. The combat in Conan is way more focused on melee compared to Dune. It feels weightier, more involved, and honestly more fun. And that's because Conan has way more enemy types than Dune. Arrakis really only has about 4 types of enemies that are just reskinned over and over as being part of different factions. In Conan, you fight a much wider variety of creatures, monsters, and human opponents, which keeps combat feeling fresh. And the boss fights? They're actual boss fights with individual mechanics and unique boss skills that you have to learn. They're dangerous and memorable in a way that keeps you coming back. Another big difference is the progression. Instead of a class system like in Dune, Conan uses stats. You've got strength, agility, vitality, authority, grit, and one for tools, gathering, and carry weight. I keep forgetting the exact name of this last one. These stats directly impact your damage with certain weapon types, your health, stamina, armor value, and all sorts of other things. It makes your character feel more personal and tailored to how you actually like to play. The setting itself is great. I hear that a lot of it comes from the old Arnold movie combined with the lore from the comic books. But to be fair, I know nothing about the Conan universe. I remember watching the movie as a kid, but that's about it. Whether the Conan world is your favorite or a complete mystery, the experience is the same. Pure barbarian badassery against the horrors you've only ever imagined. You also get 2 whole maps to play through in Conan, and they offer quite different leveling and survival experiences. One map feels very different from the other, which keeps things fresh as you explore. The world building here really lets the environment breathe. One minute you're in the desert, the next you're trekking through a frozen mountain pass or a lush jungle. You don't get that sand fatigue from looking at the same desert landscape forever. Now, on official servers, there's another thing that feels very familiar coming from Dune Awakening. And it's not fun. There's just something with Funcom games. Just like in Dune, in this game, you also get some crazy lag spikes. You'll run into situations where enemies jump around while you're fighting them, or you suddenly take damage out of nowhere. So if you don't play solo, be sure to watch out what server you join. The networking on a lot of these servers seems pretty bad. I honestly recommend looking for a private server. Check the server population and ping before picking one. It's not a deal breaker, but it's definitely something to keep in mind, because it can become annoying. If you play solo, you're good. You can set up a local server and adjust it to suit your preferences. Crafting timers, enemy health, damage, pretty much whatever you want. Conan just feels way more fleshed out than Dune right now. You've got way more options and things to do, so it's easily a good pick. The combat is actually fun and satisfying, not frustrating, but we do have to think that Conan has had many years of adding and fixing things. Dune might feel even better after a few more years of updates. Maybe? I'm still relatively early in this fresh playthrough, but I am really enjoying myself a lot more than I expected. The enhanced version looks a lot better, runs smoother in single player, and coming back with all this Dune experience has helped me appreciate what Conan does really well. If you're a Dune player who's also feeling a bit frustrated with the current state of things, or if you tried Conan before and bounced off it like I did, the enhanced version might be the right time to give it another chance. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Have you played both games? Which one do you prefer and why? I'll be streaming my playthrough live on Twitch, so if you want to follow along, ask questions, or even jump in on a server together sometime, come say hello. All the links are down in the description. Thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.